Alright, budget magic time. Playing some Paradox Marvel in Standard. This hand's a bit sketchy, but we'll try it. We got a Rogue Refiner. Hissing Quagmire. Alright. Well, we need a Marvel. Highland Lake, go. See how fast our opponent's hand is. There's a Swamp. Well, not super fast. More Sahili Artistry. Another card that we'd much rather have in our deck than in our hand. That's there to hit off of our Marvel. Blooming Marsh for our opponent. And Rishkar. Not a great Rishkar, although if it leads to a Verdurous Gearhulk. Well, Island and Rogue Refiner. Draws us a card. Alright, Attune with Aether is not bad. So next turn we can attune for a green source. Grasp of Darkness. Yep. Plays a forest. Yup. And a Ballista. Sure. Well, Gearhulk is still pretty scary. Sanctum. Well, let's attune with Aether. Get a forest. Play the forest. Rogue Refiner. Draw a card. Oh, it's a Basker. Another card that we'd rather have in our deck. We also do not have the energy we need for Marvel yet. Opponent just passes? Okay. Another Artistry. Well, play the Island. Play Paradox Engine. Pass the turn. Guess that our opponent's probably putting a counter on Ballista here. Cracks Evolving Wilds. Yeah, it's a Swamp. Are they going to just Fatal Push? Alright, Fatal Push. And then put a counter on Ballista. Well, our draws have been pretty disappointing. Having 3 Sahili's Artistry in hand is just so bad. So amazingly bad. Opponent plays a land. Gets in with the Dorks. Down to 12. Passes. Yep. Aether Tide Whale would have been good. But I think everything is just too late now. Pumps up. Yeah, pretty clunky to... We're just kind of drawing the wrong half of our deck in this one. Winding Constrictor. Alright. We know what our opponent's up to. Yep. Well, sometimes you draw the wrong half of your deck. And I think we just run it back. No sense in changing it. It is what it is. Ideally, we want to draw the the cheap half of our deck. Alright, so we get to play first. Well, I mean, this hand is reasonable. Question's going to be, do we get hit by discard? We have all our combo pieces. We have a Puzzle Knot for energy. But this hand scumbles to a discard spell. And our opponent probably knows what's going on now. Well, Woodweaver's Puzzle Knot. Get some energy. Pass turn. Swamp and Grim Flayer. Well, that's not discard. We draw an Aether Tide Whale. Another card we'd rather have in our deck. Pass the turn. Well, we might get a spin to the Marvel next turn. And then we need one more land for Paradox Engine. There's a Rishkar. Gonna pump up the Grim Flayer. Opponent does get to start doing the Scry thing, which is pretty obnoxious. So we take 3. They get a Flayer trigger, unfortunately. Mills a land, and that's all. Well, 1, 2, and 3. Crack our Puzzle Knot. Oh, wrong land. Well, play an Island. Play a Marvel. Pass the turn. We really wanted an untap land there for this Paradox Engine to combo next turn. Does our opponent have a Gearhulk? Alright, opponent goes attacking. Gets in. Down to 17. Gets more Grimflayer triggers. Mills a Tracker. A Transgress, I guess, is a little worse now that we already have the Marvel. Winding Constrictor. Okay. And Ballista. And Ballista. Alright, well, let's spin the wheel. See what we hit. Are we dead next turn? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're dead to a lot of things. I guess we can just take Puzzle Knot. That's probably safest. Puzzle Knot gets us back some energy. Gains us some life. We draw a Basker. So play Sanctum. Pass the turn. See if we keep living. That's a big question. We have the combo set up. Have a little too many combo pieces in hand, but opponent goes attacking. Well, we take our beats. Sure. This is not lethal. Down to 8. Well, we're going to have to run well, considering we have a Whale, a Basker, and an Artistry in hand. That's not ideal. Another Ballista. Well, crack the Puzzle Knot. And we got to wait. We're up to 7 energy. We draw land. Play a Forest. Play Paradox Engine. And, alright, let's get lucky. We need a Whale first. And none of this stuff does it. Alright. That's a game. Well, we had a chance, but we whiffed.